massage nerds. Today I'm going to bring you a different type of massage. I'm going to be talking about geriatrics massage. And Shirley, my good friend and client, is here. She's volunteered because she wants to be a star. So make sure that you leave lots of comments, likes. Let's make Shirley a star. So Shirley, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Shirley Whalen. I'm 88 years old, and I've been coming to Maria for several years now, and I hope to continue.
Yeah, we hope to continue. Actually, she got a massage yesterday, and she's back already. And she's going to tell us a little bit more about, her history with massage, but we'll wait till she's on the table to tell you that. So I want to start off with some of the emotional considerations, the physical considerations, contraindications, benefits, and some of the, the things that you need to consider to give a geriatric massage. Make sure the very most important thing that you need to do is take a good medical history. That's very important. When they walk in, you want to ask as many questions because they are elderly. They might have some conditions that, are contraindicated for massage. So make sure you have a list of their medications. Make sure you have a list of any surgeries or any limitations. You want to ask them, are you able to get on the table by yourself? Or do you need assistance? Another thing is I want to show you, you need extra pillows, extra bolsters, extra blankets for somebody that's elderly. I always have, the extra. So this is the cervical roll. I have pillows. I prefer to use pillows instead of bolsters for them, for the elderly, because it gives them a little more support and they're softer. And the bolsters sometimes don't raise their knees high enough if you put it underneath their legs. Another thing to consider is somebody with COPD, they cannot go prone and they cannot lay flat supine. So you want to make sure and include, a bolster, the wedge, where they don't, lean supine all the way flat. That's for people with, with COPD or that are have had a cold or have bad allergies that they can't breathe right. You want to make sure and keep them at an incline. Another contraindication is if they have phlebitis. Phlebitis is inflammation of the veins, and that can cause some pain in their usually their calf muscles. So make sure you look for the if there's any swelling or if it's red. Make sure that if they have ever had a blood clot, that they have a release from their doctor. You do not want to work on them if they just had, a blood clot. Another thing to consider is when they have had a blood clot, they're usually on blood thinners. And the elderly have, their skin, starts getting really thin. They lose the keratin. And anyway, the collagen keratin in their skin, so their skin is very transparent. And if they are on blood thinners, they're going to bruise very, very easily. And they usually do. Shirley is in great shape. Let me tell you, she still drives. She's 88. She still drives here. She still goes swimming. She has had 3 knee surgeries and 2 on the left, and she just had one like 2 months ago. And she's already walking and keeps going. So she's like the ever-ready rabbit. She's not your typical 88 years old, okay? She's really in great shape. She's still swimming. She's trying to build up her endurance. She's still swimming. So make sure that you talk to them and find out where they're at. Let's talk about some of the emotional considerations. There is such a thing as touch starvation or skin hunger. It's also called skin hunger. And it is when an elderly person is starving for touch. They don't get, they usually live alone and nobody goes up to them and hugs them. I try to, give Shirley a hug every time I see her or touch her. They are starving for that human contact. So it's very important to, for the elderly to get massages. Harry Harlow did a study many years ago that proved that monkeys were separated. You probably don't know the story, but monkeys were separated from their mothers. Baby monkeys were separated from their mothers And when they were giving the option of food or touch, they went for the touch, the cuddling, more than they went for the food. So that shows how much, touch is so important. So as massage therapists, what we do really makes a difference, because not just the elderly, but I think our society in general is starving for human contact and touch. Another thing is that they usually need to talk. They don't have very many friends. Shirley calls me her friend, and we are friends. So it's not a all quiet session. We usually gossip. And, we talk about stories. She's fascinating. She's got great stories to tell. I love to talk to the elderly because they really do have very fascinating stories to tell. So it's important to have the conversation, and humor is very important because, it keeps them young. So humor is important. And another thing to consider is modesty. They come from a different generation, so you want to make sure that they are draped to their level of comfort and that you tuck them in right. And like I said, they might need extra blankets. They might need help turning over. They might need a step stool, on the table to get up to the table. So you need to consider all of these things and make sure you have a good medical history. Oh, let's talk about the benefits. The benefits of massage is they have a speedy recovery from an injury or from an illness. It really helps them to recover faster when they get a massage. It enhances their sleep. It improves anxiety and depression. So it brings down anxiety and depression. It lowers their blood pressure. It improves the lymphatic flow and blood circulation and joint mobility. And when you have an elderly person, you don't want to do too much range of motion unless you do it really carefully. And the massage is a lot slower to give their veins a chance to refill again. And you don't want to do no deep pressure. No deep pressure. Shirley takes quite a bit of pressure on her shoulders and her low back. I don't do deep pressure on her legs unless her thighs really need it. So make sure that you consider, their medical history. Make sure that, that you taper it to their needs. You can do some basic strokes. Also, another thing is if you're working with somebody with Alzheimer's, it's usually better to do a seated massage because they don't recognize anybody and they forget. It's better if they can see you. It's good if you can work their hands, their feet, their arms, but with you in front of them. They're more likely to cooperate if they can see you. They feel safer if they see you, if you're working with somebody that has either dementia or Alzheimer's. And an elderly massage usually is about 45 minutes to 50 minutes, depending on their needs. But Shirley's good. She can go up to about an hour. So anyway, we're going to get her on the table. And like I said, we're going to talk. We're going to tell you stories. And we look forward to you enjoying this massage.